Hey, welcome back everybody. Monte here. Spring break is over. Got to get back into the grind of SPV math. So this is Algebra 2. Alright? So we've had about 3 weeks. And lots of you have already wrapped up radicals. Okay? The square root. And you've already gone through it and you're ready to move on. So, 2 assignments plus the quiz or review for everybody, and then feel free to move on. The next item that we're talking about is exponential functions and logarithms. Exponential functions are really important right now because of COVID-19, right? That was actually an exponential curve. That's why we were so worried about it. Okay, so wrap up the inverting functions, which was the square root symbol. Okay, and now move on to exponents. Also, don't forget, in our teams, Algebra 2B SPV, you can find all these videos. So let's say you're a little bit behind. No problem. Just go to our teams page and click on the stream channel at the top, and here's all the video tutorials for all the previous weeks. Just like this video will be posted also. Alright? Also, I'm going to post the mailer. I'm sending you a cheat sheet for exponents and logarithms. Okay, you'll get this in the mailbox, so feel free to use this to help you with these type of problems, especially on logarithms, because it's like a foreign language. Exponents, logarithms. We need them to solve exponents, but they can be kind of tricky. Right here, that's kind of tricky. Alright, so keep an eye on the mailbox. Let's get started. Find the internet. Find Spokane Public Schools, find digital tools, find your Clever, find your Blackboard. Once you're in Blackboard, scroll through until you find the Algebra 2 class. When you find the Algebra 2 class, don't forget in the announcements, that's where I'm going to post the cheat sheet. Okay, you can get the cheat sheet there, and this is where you'll see your videos from the previous weeks also. This is where you'll find your link to Math Excel. Okay, now we're getting spread out. Students are kind of all over the place. So we were here inverting functions. Many of you have gotten that done, and you're going to be here exponents and logarithmic functions. Okay, topic 3 we'll just dabble in. Okay, we're not going to do very much of that at all. This is where we'll spend the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then when we come back in May, we're going to be into our next module. Alright? So let's get started. Let's click on Math Excel. When we're in Math Excel, let's go find Algebra 2, homework and tests. Alright, so we're all at different places. The square root function, inverting functions, the radical signs. This is where a lot of you are. Okay? All you had to do was a couple of these assignments in either the quiz or the review. You don't have to learn all of it, because especially down here solving with radicals, that was the thing I talked to you about last week. You don't have to finish these assignments. We are going to spend a little bit of time though on these exponents, okay, because we need to make sure that we're good at modeling growth and decay. That's where the real world comes in. COVID-19, science. Alright. So let's click on our assignment for this week for those of you moving on. Exponential models. Alright. And our first problem is, is this growth or decay? Alright. Does this represent growth or decay? Now some of you might know, some of you might not know. You can Google it, or you can look at our cheat sheet. And our cheat sheet shows if it's greater than 1, it's growth. If it's less than 1, it's decay. So let me explain what I mean by that. Okay? So in our case, the problem was 4.66. We have a 4 times 0.66 to the x. Okay, this means exponential function. Now, for 1 plus or minus the rate. Okay, if it's greater than 1, it's growth. If it's less than 1, decay. Well, 0.66 is actually less than 1. This actual problem is 1 minus 0.34 to the x, which means 0.34 times 100 gives us 34% decay. All right? So that's how the cheat sheet can help us. This represents, oops, don't press that button. Decay. Final check. Good to go. Let's go to the last problem. We'll leave no. The y-intercept. Oh, the y-intercept represents the start value. So in this case, 4. 4 is our start value. And our start value is known as the y-intercept. And again, on our cheat sheet, start value, initial value is A. Alright, so let's go and put in a 4 here. Cool. And here's a growth curve. You could just type that into a calculator and see the growth. If you don't have a graphing calculator, Algebra 2, let's click on graphing calculator. And we're going to go y equals 4 shift, caret key shift to the letter x, growth. Cool. Growth curve. Alright, now let's go to that last one. Question 8. Minus 13 times 3 to the x since the independent variable. Okay, so you see how the x is the exponent? That means it's exponential. Okay? Since the independent variable x is not the exponent, it is the exponent. X is the exponent. Boom. Alright. And we'll click save. Let's just check our next assignment real quick. Exponential models. Key characteristics of exponential functions. Oh, it's a growth because 4 is bigger than 1. Don't press that button. Growth. Okay. And let's go to the last one. Oh, sorry. The y-intercept is 3, the start value. Okay. And the last problem. Alright, so now we got a scatter plot. This is getting bigger each time. This is getting bigger each time. We would have to graph these. So it can't be that one, and it can't be that one. 21 and 9, 21 and 9, 21 and 9. Way too high. This is like 20, so it has to be B. And because we're studying exponents, let's assume it's an exponential function. That's it. I'll bet you guys can finish both of those assignments this week. So, if you're still working on square root functions, just finish 2 assignments and the quiz or the review. Move on. Exponential functions, we just did the first 2. That leaves us with a exponential, the little quiz. Have a great week. Welcome back. Hopefully you had a great spring break. And that'll wrap up the expectations for Algebra 2. We're wrapping up square root functions and inverses, and we're moving on to exponential functions. Pay attention to what you get in the mail, and make sure you don't lose this cheat sheet. Bye-bye.